Okay, I just hit an all-time low, 204.5. I think on Friday I was 208, so I've dropped 3.5 pounds. I'm pretty excited about those results. I'm 204.5. I started in January 2nd at 233. My goal is to get to 190, so I only got about 14.5 pounds to go. I'll be well ready for spring break and summer, okay? So here's the thing. What I've come to realize is that your body tells the truth. Your body doesn't lie. Every choice that you made in private is on display for the whole world to see. Now, by the end of this video, if you're really serious about getting into shape this year, I'm telling you, if you follow what I'm going to tell you in this video, I promise you, if you just stick with it, that's all you got to do. You got to stick with it, okay? This is going to be easy, but at the same time, it's hard. But if you follow the kind of foods I'm going to tell you to eat, you will lose weight. Last year, I got up to 233 pounds. And I got to tell you, as a fitness coach, I was really just disappointed in myself that I had let myself go that long. And I got to confess, the reason why I got up to 233 pounds is two reasons. Honestly, I was depressed. Things weren't great last year. You know, cost of living's gone up. Financially, things weren't where I would like them to be. And I kind of discovered something about myself that I didn't realize, is that I really love food, and I became an emotional eater. I mean, it was my way of like shoving all my problems down, suppressing my problems. And what I did is I would gravitate towards food. I mean, I love my peanut M&Ms. It seemed like it was the snacking that really got to me. It was like the peanut M&Ms. It was the chips and guacamole and the dip. And then every Friday, we would have pizza with my kids. I would buy a separate pizza just for myself, and I would eat the whole thing every Friday. So that's something that I kind of discovered about myself, is that I just became an emotional eater, man, and I just let myself go. And, people eat bad for three reasons. They're eating out of boredom, comfort, or stress. And I think I was dealing with all three of those, but more, I became an emotional eater, and I was under a lot of stress, Look, I'm just like you. I have my temptations. I go through ups and downs in life. And honestly, I was depressed, and I got up to 233 pounds, have a beer gut. I was so unhappy over the way I looked and felt. And this year, oh my gosh, I decided to draw a line in the sand. I was like, enough is enough. So I started January 2nd. And it's it's February 8th now. So in 38 days, I've lost 30 pounds. I'm going to tell you something right now. It is so easy to do. It's hard, but it's easy. We're back from the walk. So like I said earlier, if you follow this, you're going to lose weight. The hardest thing I see people struggle with is, look, let's just be honest between you and I. You know the foods that you're not supposed to eat. You probably know the foods that you should be eating more of, but why are you not doing it? It's around this time of year, February and March, around that springtime, that people start to fall off on their New Year's resolution, all right? The reason why you're not sticking to your New Year's resolution is because you've decided to make this more of a quick fix than an actual lifestyle change. This needs to be a lifestyle. No more of this up and down every single year. I know I'm guilty of it as well. I do the ups and downs. There comes a point where you have to draw a line in the sand. I mean, do you really want to go on a weight loss journey every single January, every single year? That gets ridiculous. You got to somehow find a way to make this a lifestyle. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be eating clean 100% of the time. No, there'll be times where you'll go off in things because of birthdays and anniversaries and vacations and all this kind of stuff. Of course you're going to go off. But if you know how to manage it, that's what I find is a lot of people don't know how to manage the food that they're eating. Like I said earlier, I wasn't managing my food properly. I got depressed. Things weren't going well. I became an emotional eater, and I ballooned to 233 pounds. At the start of this year, I said, enough is enough. I'm going to draw a line in the sand. So here is exactly what I did this year to lose almost 30 pounds in 38 days, which is absolutely insane. Now, if you watch my other videos, you probably have heard bits and pieces. You know, I've done some fasting, some intermittent fasting, you know, I've taken the carbs and sugars out of the diet, but I really boiled it down to a very simple formula. And if you just do this, you're gonna lose weight. Now, I know I'll probably get some comments that will say, hey, it's all about your calories. You don't have to do these restrictive diets. Let me tell you something. If you're obese and you have insulin resistance, you need to go on a restrictive diet. I don't care what anybody says, you need to go on a restrictive diet. What does that look like? You're just gonna simply take the carbs and sugars out of your diet so we can heal insulin resistance. Now, if you get some strength training involved, going into the gym and those kind of things, that can also help with insulin resistance. So when you combine the two, you got diet and you've got exercise, you combine those two, your potential will be limitless. I'm telling you, I've coached hundreds of men and women from all over the world to lose around that 40, all the way up to 100 pounds. I've even helped people lose that. My first transformation, I lost 70 pounds. I've been doing this for decades, okay? I know what works. Anyway, if you're overweight and obese, you need to stick to this plan, or for anybody for that matter. So here's what you're gonna do. I boiled it down very simple, okay? You can have pretty much any type of meat. I mean, any type of meat. You can have your ground beef, your steak, chicken, lamb, turkey, any type of meat you can have, okay? So meats. The other thing you can have, seafood. Make sure it's not fried. It's gotta be like broiled, or you can have sauteed, you know, seafood like salmon, scallop, shrimp, pretty much any type of fish. Stick seafood, okay? The third thing, eggs. It's very simple. You can make your eggs however you like it, okay? Cheese, but it's gotta be hard cheese. I wouldn't do this yellow American Kraft singles bull crap that's just plastic, all right? You ever take some of that cheese and actually light a lighter and try to melt it? It don't melt, okay? It's not real cheese. So get the cheese that's on the block, okay, and shred it yourself. Because if you buy shredded cheese, that stuff is full of fillers and there's actually sawdust in there, okay? Get the block. It doesn't take no time at all to shred your own cheese, okay? And the last thing is avocado, okay? So let me just recap that. That's how simple this is. It's gonna be meat, seafood, eggs, cheese, avocado. That is your diet plan. It's literally that simple. Now, you can apply some intermittent fasting with that as well. If you're eating those kind of foods all throughout the day and you're not giving your body a break, you're not gonna lose weight. At the end of the day, calories at some point is gonna play a role, okay? But your hormones are gonna play a role as well, all right? So remember, try to eat like 1 to 2 meals a day, okay? Now, if you're really overweight and obese, stick to the 3 meals. No snacking in between those meals, all right? I've talked about this before. If you really want to know how many calories your body should be consuming in order to burn fat every single day, just take your body weight in pounds and multiply by 10. Okay, that's all you got to do. And you're going to drop a lot of weight, all right? Now, what I've been personally doing is I do a lot of OMADs in 2 meals a day. So typically what I'll do is I'll skip breakfast, I go to the gym, I train. Now, I know a lot of people, they may struggle training in a fasted state. I've been doing this for over 10 years. I feel better when I'm fasted, okay? I don't like that full and bloated feeling from eating a large breakfast and then going to work out. I feel like I want to puke and I feel like it affects my workouts, all right? But if you need a little bit of something, just do that, okay? Until your body becomes accustomed to fasting, okay? I've been doing this for a long time, so my body's kind of gotten used to it. Your body will adapt. It'll do what anything that you throw at it, it's going to adapt eventually. This is why people tend to plateau in their weight loss. Their body's adapted and they don't know what to do to get out of the plateau. That's a whole different subject for another video that maybe I'll do. I think I've done a video on that in the past. That's a totally different video, okay, for plateaus. But anyway, getting back to the fasting, okay? So basically, I'll do 2 meals a day, most days on my training days, but then I'll kind of sprinkle in some OMADs, okay? The days I take off from the gym, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to be eating a lot of calories on my off day, so I'll do maybe 1 meal a day. Another practice I've been doing is I'll do one fast day a week, which usually goes beyond 24 hours. So here's an example. I typically will not eat anything on Saturday, okay? So Friday, my last meal is probably around 3 or 4 o'clock on Friday. Then I go into Saturday, I don't eat anything. And then I won't break the fast until Sunday at around noon, which by the way, it's actually 11:12. Based on what this, by the time you watch this video, it's 11:12 right now, Eastern time. So I will be breaking the fast at 12 p.m. So I've been fasting for like 38, 40 something hours. Okay. So that's a practice that I've been implementing as well. Just one fast day a week, 2 meals a day on your training days, OMAD on your off days. Now I train 5 days a week. Okay. So basically I take Thursdays off. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on my workout days, I'm eating 2 meals. Okay. Thursday on my off day, 1 meal. Friday, I have my 2 meals. Then I fast on Saturday, and then I'll break my fast today on Sunday, only 1 meal, because today on Sunday is my off day as well. It's literally that simple. You can't lose. The reason why you're probably losing right now with your weight loss is because you're cheating. You're going off the plan, you're cheating. Maybe you're not getting up in the morning, going to the gym. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Every time you make a wrong decision as to what food you're eating, you're totally disrespecting yourself. Have some self-respect, have some dignity, eat right. I'm telling you, when you are in great shape, let me ask you, when you see someone walk into a room and they're in great shape, do they not command some type of respect? Do you not get this perception that this person has it all together? When they're fit and they're feeling good, they've got the energy. There's something about that energy that that person has that you want to gravitate to, you want to respect, because usually that's a sign that they've got pretty much every other area in their life together. Not always, but pretty much they've got other areas in their life all together, okay? So if you maybe need some help, okay? Now, if you're not aware, I do this coaching thing for a living. I help people lose around that 40 pounds in 16 weeks, even though I've worked with people longer to help them lose 70 to 100, because I myself lost 70 pounds in 7 months, all right? I will leave a link in the description of this video that is going to take you to another video on my YouTube channel that kind of explains a little bit about what I do and how I could potentially help you. Now, in the description of that video, as well as this one, there's a calendar link where you can book a free 60-minute strategy call. And all this call is designed to do is to do 3 things. We're just going to talk about where you're currently at with your body, where you would really like to be, and then we'll figure out a game plan to help you get unstuck so you can lose the amount of weight that you want to lose, okay? And then by the end of the call, if you feel like you want the help, I'll give you an opportunity to join my Keto Shed 40 program where you can experience the same results as all my clients have in the past, what I've experienced, and I'm telling you, it will work. I mean, I couldn't believe it. The other day, I have a pair of like diesel jeans. You know, those are kind of like the skinny jeans. I haven't been able to wear those in like decades. This year, I can't believe it. I'm able to fit in the clothes that I haven't been able to fit into in a while, and I feel absolutely great, okay? But listen, I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. Like I told you earlier, last year, I totally blew it, all right? We got to somehow, including myself, you got to find a way to manage depression and setbacks in life rather than gravitating towards food, because I'm guilty of that as well. I love food just as much as the next guy, all right? So I hope this video helps you. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, comment below, let me know how are you doing on your weight loss journey, all right? Until then, I'll see you next time.